All right, I'd like to call the appointments meeting to order. There was no minutes to approve, so we'll pass on that. Is there anybody from the public in the meeting that would like to speak, or anybody?
No,
okay, is the mayor available?
No
mayor, no public. Okay.
Just us.
All right, so just moving down the agenda. So Casey Douglas for ECA coordinating with a term expiration 12/30. Yep, with a term expiration 12/31/2020. This was the appointment that was supposed to be kind of bundled together with the ECA grants committee that we approved a couple weeks ago. That Casey came on in person, explained his interests and everything else, and why it was important to get on. This was just kind of the follow-up on it. I think it's pretty cut.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. Do you talk to him after that meeting or not?
I have not. No.
Okay.
I personally felt I was comfortable with how he expressed it and everything else with his interest. I know Casey personally, and I've seen him in the community, and he's a good member of the community. So I'm comfortable moving him forward. I'd like to hear your opinions.
Me too. I'm after listening to him that day. I think he is more than happy to serve in the committee that we already approved the appointment, and this one. I think he is a person that is willing to work with this committee, and he's ready to serve in our community.
I'm in agreement.
So,
okay.
Do you want me to make the motion?
Yeah, could you please?
Yeah, I want to make a motion for Casey Douglas for the ECA coordinating committee with a expiration term December 31st, 2020.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Do a roll call vote for all in favor. Councilor Gomez?
Aye.
Councilor Kwasinski?
Aye.
And I'm a yes, so it passes 3-0. All right, moving on, we have Mitzi Alter for the Energy Advisory Committee, an associate committee member, 12/31/2022. I did reach out, but I did not hear back at this point. But the email that the mayor provided us, shows her interest in it. Being an associate member, you're part of the board, part of the conversation, but without the voting right, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think just the interest in becoming a member, and that email from her to the mayor around that, it seems like, Mitzi is willing to participate as an alternate, and wants to move forward into becoming a permanent board member, committee member, to have the ability to vote. I don't know how you guys feel without further information, but I think without the voting ability and being involved and still an associate member, I was comfortable moving it forward. If you guys are, if you want to discuss or want to hold, I'm all ears.
I don't have any objections.
Yes, I agree with you, Mr. Chairman. I think because Mitzi is going to be associate, I'm okay with that. If it was a regular member of the committee, probably I will have my concerns, especially after you trying to reach Mitzi and you didn't get any response. But yeah, I don't have any objections to approve it.
Okay. So then I'll entertain a motion
to approve Ms. T. Alford.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. I'll do a roll call vote. All in favor, Councilor Gomez?
Aye.
Councilor Kwasinski?
Yes.
And I am in favor of the vote, so it passes 3-0. So that, I believe, is all that's on the agenda, correct, Councilor Gomez?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. So,
There there was an appointment going to
A new one.
the new one.
Yeah, for
Yes.
the next
We have a
meeting.
new
Yes,
appointment.
but yeah, for the agenda that we have today, that was only two.
For the
Okay.
agenda today. But there was an emergency appointment, I believe.
What you mean with emergency appointment?
It
With the
came through it in the agenda.
for the chief?
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
pretty
discuss that when it's presented at council. Is that,
yes, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have a meeting at the 15th. I'm positive that we're going to have a meeting at the 15th, July 15th.
yes, we are.
And I think that the correct thing that we could, I mean, the thing that we can do is just move it to the 15th at 5 p.m. If the chairman decide that's the best option. But I'm confident that we're going to have a meeting at the 15th.
Right, so let's discuss it at full council.
And the mayor is okay with that, approving end of the 15th.
Right, so, well, good. Let's, we'll look at that when we have full council.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good, and you know, if that's the case, you know, and it is emergency, and the next meeting's the 15th, that's fine. We'll schedule our meeting the 15th at 5 p.m.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. I had a meeting with the mayor today at 11, and we briefly talked about this appointment, and she's okay with us to see this at the 15th.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's perfect. And do you think, honestly, 5 o'clock gives us enough time to have a conversation and ask questions? Because I'm sure, you know, with such a staple position in the community, I'm going to have a lot of questions.
I'm okay to move it at 4:30 if that's okay with you.
Yeah. So
early, I don't know. Anytime you guys decide, I'm okay with it. But I agree with you. I think it's an important appointment from the mayor. And
why don't we do 4:45? I think we'll have plenty of time.
Okay.
And that'll work with you, JP?
Sure.
4:45.
If you think 4:30, if you think you need 4:30, as Omar had suggested, we'll do that. Whatever you think best, Mr. Chairman.
All right. I just want to, you know, make sure we work together. But why don't we do 4:30 just so it's easy on the scheduling conflicts or whatever that people might have. And 4:30 gives us ample amount of time. It kind of gives us an hour. And the only thing I wanted to, you know, because we'd have a full council afterwards, I don't want somebody jumping in on us. So it kind of gives us a little bit more of a buffer just in case. So I think 4:30. So we'll schedule that tonight at the full council with the rest of everybody to do 4:30.
Sounds good. If there's nothing else, I'll be happy to move to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, Councilor Gomez?
Aye.
Aye.
Councilor Kozinski? And I'm in favor. Meeting is adjourned.